guys, welcome back to Cottonwood Hill Farms. So today I figured I'd bring you along. We're gonna move the I got the chicken tractors here. I'm a little late this morning. I had a pump that I had to rent and I had to run it back into town. And so I didn't get the tractors moved before I left, but usually I try and get them moved a little bit earlier. But anyway, we're down here now, so I'm gonna get the chicken tractors moved. Figured I'd show you guys how I do that. And then after this, I had to pump out some of the tank from the milk house, or the milk parlor. I had to pump some of that out. It was getting a little full, so pumped it out, and I got to spread that real quick down here on the pasture. And then I got to move some cows. We had to do some switching around. I had some of our we're not a lot of grass this year, just because of the lack of rain, and our pastures are pretty stressed at the moment. So some of our dry cows, some of our yearling heifers and some calves and a cow, and then one of our bulls we sent back to a ranch. A friend of mine, guy I actually bought the cows from, he took them for me. He's gonna hang on to them for a while. I don't know for how long, but just for the summer for sure, just to kind of give us a break, and less animals, less hooves on the ground, so less mouths to feed, which is going to be nice. We really appreciate that. But anyway, gonna get these guys moved and then spread that fertilizer, and then we'll get to setting up some fence and moving those cows. These guys are getting pretty ripe. In fact, the butcher dates, they're going in on Friday. Today is so dramatic. Today is what is today? Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So Friday, these guys are going in to get butchered. They get so big so fast, these things, and look, they're like, and they act like they've never been fed before. These things are like little monsters. They in fact, I don't keep feeding. I used to feed them day and night. I just keep the feeders full, and I quit doing that. I never had issues. I know some people say they have had issues. I never had issues, but the one thing I noticed is they still get just as big, just as fast, and I don't go through as much feed. I don't know. They're like machines. Feed, water, and I just put it in the back of the four-wheeler, haul it down here. It's really not that big of a deal. So I just use those troughs for their feed, and then this feed pan, I put a little extra feed in there, but that's what I'll dump the milk in. We give our birds a little bit of raw milk. It's kind of what we finish them on. We do the same thing with our pigs. It gives them a real sweet taste, almost I swear it makes them juicier too. I don't know, but it definitely helps with the taste, that's for sure. This is that chicken feeder I made last year, or excuse me, water, and you can tell how the bucket, how it squeezes together from the weight of the water. I'll show you on the other one that I'm using, that I have hanging in the other tractor. It works a lot better than this one. In fact, I'm gonna pull these. These are those drink cups. I'm gonna pull these out of this one and make a different one. I really like these drink cups. They work really well. Plus, I think they're good for up to 12 chickens each. But I'll show you in this other tractor what I've got going on as far as the chicken water goes, and it works a little bit better than that one, I think. In this tractor, this is that water that I made this winter, and it works so much better because it's got the ring, it's got that painter's lid versus just one of those snap-on lids. And so when you fill it with water, the ring actually holds it out, and this is a sturdier bucket too. Get back. You can see as this one's hanging, it still keeps its shape. Much sturdier. Got them moved. Now we're gonna go grab, I gotta go grab some milk. I don't know if you noticed, but when I moved these tractors, the one was kind of sideways. And the reason for that is I had turned them around. I brought them down. I didn't want to take them all the way across this pasture because I got a fence up here. I got our bull, one of our bulls right over here. So I just stopped at the fence, and I do it over a couple days, just turn them a little bit each day. Get them turned back around and head them back the other way. So these guys, like I said, these guys are monsters. Here's this milk. It's been sitting for a few days, so it should be good for them. They love this stuff. What? I give them maybe it's maybe 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons, something like that. And as you can see, they love it. They love it. They all eventually they'll notice and make their way over, and they all get a little bit of it. If you haven't seen the video yet on how I make these chicken tractors, I'll put a link to it here in the video. But I think I mentioned this before. There was a couple things I did forget. This is the one I'm standing in is the one I just made this year, and I forgot to put I got to put another brace across this door. I forgot about that. And then the other thing I had mentioned that I think I am going to do is across this back, I think I'm going to take a piece of drain tile and you know, cut it down the middle and then stick it up around that 2x4 on the back, just because on some uneven ground, that back, if it'll get high centered and kind of catch in the middle, and so then it's kind of hard to pull over some humps. If this thing, if there's nothing catching on it, this thing slides so easy. But if you do catch a big, you know, tuft of grass or a little hump or some dirt or something, it'll catch, and it is a little bit tougher to move, and it puts a lot of stress on the sides as well when you have to yank on it. So I think that is one thing I'm going to do, is get drain tile, cut it to length, which is 8 feet, and then just slit it down the middle and then stick it over that 2x4 on the back. That way it'll kind of act as a skid. Plus it'll also, when you're moving it once in a while, I've never had a chicken break a leg, but once in a while they will get a leg stuck under there if they're not moving fast enough. And so then you gotta push it back a little bit so they can get out. And I think having that there, hopefully the noise will help move them forward faster, but then also it'll be it won't be as traumatic if they get a leg or something stuck underneath there. So I had to pump out some of our holding tank from the parlor. There's this is just a 275 or 250 gallon tote, so there's only maybe a 100 gallon or so in there, but I'm just going to take it down to the pasture and just open the valve and let it fly. So I threw a small grass bale in with those cows to make them happy. For now, they needed a little extra feed. Plus, I'm going to keep a couple of those back. What I'm going to do with them is there's a combination of there's some nurse cows in there, or well, fresh cows, but they've got calves on them. And then there's that nurse cow, which she won't have any calves on her, and she needs to be getting dried up anyway because she'll be calving here in a couple months. And then the dry cows, and then there's let's see, and then there's a bred heifer in there that's going to get sold. So what we did was, like I said, we sent some cows back to the ranch just to kind of ease our pressure here on the pastures, less mouths to feed. And there was the one cow we sent back along with those yearling heifers. She was crazy. She was really crazy. We're talking redheaded stripper named Tiffany. And the other cows that are in there, there was a couple other ones. She was just kind of stirring the pot. There's another one that's, I'm not a big fan of her. I don't want to keep her, so she's going to go to the sale barn. I'm going to try and get her over there this Friday, but I got to get the chickens butchered too, so I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that. Otherwise, it'll be next Friday. Either way, I'm pulling her out. She's going to go in with the bull because she's bred, so she's going to go in with him. So she's up here, and I got easy access to separate her off whenever I do get a chance to move her. Then there's 3 heifers that have calves on their sides. Those 3 heifers I'm going to keep back up here, and one of them is going to come off, and I'm going to start hopefully milking her this week. I'm going to get her tied up and start getting her tamed down. And then the other 2, I don't know if I'll milk all 3 of them. For sure, probably 2 of them, and then I'm hoping to put the calves on the 3rd one, I think. We'll see how that works out. And then the dry cows then are all going to get pushed down in the field on some green grass. So that's kind of my plan. I don't think I'm going to get all that done today though, because I just noticed I need to get the horses moved, and I was wanting to get that done later today, but I just noticed that they knocked down their fence along the railroad tracks. And horses, they're like children. Horses are like children. They're always getting into stuff they shouldn't. It's never major catastrophes. It's always just little things that are annoying that really just piss you off. So anyway, they knocked that fence down, which that fence is what feeds the entire farm. So now nothing has electricity as far as the electric fence goes on the farm. So I'm going to get them moved and got to get that fence fixed, which is just annoying. But the cows have a bale, so they're good if I don't get them out today, and it can wait till tomorrow. So anyway, that's what we got going on. We're going to go mess with those horses now and get them out of here. So this is what we got here. I've got the bull. I know this is where, I mean, I haven't finished this yet, but these dry lots that I put in last year, this is all going to extend down. So that fence right there is going to continue on down here to a corner post over there, and then it's going to come along right here along the right of way and up on the other side of the barn, and there's going to be a couple lots in here. Anyway, I don't have it finished yet, so what I've done is I just threw up some electric fence. Well, I've got our bull that we still have. He's over here in this little paddock here, and then I've got some water for him up there. And then the horses I had on the right of way, and they were grazing this. Well, what they did is they knocked down the fence between where I have them and this other alleyway going down to where those trees are. And these boneheads got across the fence and couldn't get back across the fence. As you can see, they knocked this down too, and it's just laying here. But I just noticed they haven't had water in 2 days because they locked themselves in this pen and they won't go over the fence. So you guys are probably pretty thirsty, aren't you? Boneheads. So what I'm going to do is throw a halter on Georgia and just lead her up there. And then we're going to get them, hook up to the trailer, get them loaded, and we're going to take them over to the neighbor's house. Where they're going is where I had, I think in one of the last couple videos, I went over, I took some, it was the video where I was mixing the mineral. That's what it was. I took the mineral over to those calves, those yearling heifers. I had them over at that neighbor's house. Well, I sent those yearling heifers back up to the ranch. I'm taking the horses and the goat over to their place, and they're gonna graze over there for a few months because there's plenty of grass over there. And here comes this big dumb animal here. See if I can get him to talk to me. This is my first experience with Jersey bulls, getting this guy, and he is very vocal. He probably won't talk to me. He's camera shy. Well, I got a halter on her. And of course he doesn't leave their side. And Lena's gonna follow. She goes everywhere Georgia does. All right, so the horses are moved. I kind of forgot to take a video of any of that when I got them over there, but I got them moved, and when I got back, I kind of got sidetracked at a few other things, but didn't get the cows moved today. I'll get them moved probably tomorrow. So anyway, I'm gonna run down and get the cows. They did not come up tonight. I was hoping they would come up to get a drink, but they did not. So I got to run down, push them up with the four-wheeler, and before I do that, I got to run over and put the dog in the house. That way he doesn't wander off, because Gina and the kids are gone right now. These guys look like they're gonna have to be moved tomorrow. They're getting this ate down pretty good. This is our second round grazing this horseshoe. Second crop alfalfa is looking pretty good. Those rains have definitely helped. I got a bunch of fence I gotta fix out here. Some of these panels, a few of them need straightened up just a little bit, and then some of them need some more straps put on them. Come on, girls. Come on, ladies. Come on. Come on, let's go. I'll spray you off when you get in there. Flies are terrible this year. All right, who's first? Come on. This right here is definitely our top producer, and she's only got, well, I should say top two producers, one of them, and she's only got her back 2 quarters. Her front 2 don't produce any, but she easily averages 3 gallons a day. In fact, I think there's been a few days where I know she's been over 4 gallons. This is our new rooster, the Duke of Weaseltown. Who's next? You gonna go, Mel? Ah, Victoria. You are the next contestant. Good job, ladies. That last cow, I said 24. She was one of my top producers. This one right here would be number 2. She has a great bag on her, and she gives quite a bit of milk. She easily gives close to around 3 gallons a day on average. And I know there's some days where she's giving more. All right, girls, come on. Half the time they don't want to leave. I guess that's a good problem to have. Come on. Come on. This one's teats are really dry. She's got a lot of dry skin on them, so I've been putting balm on her at least once a day the last week or 2. Seems to be helping a little bit. I think it's because it's been so dry, and the wind doesn't help either. They get kind of, I think, just windburned and chapped. And this is the balm we use from Crystal Creek. It's pretty good stuff. Come on, girl. Everything's all washed down and clean out here. Well, this day didn't go quite as planned, but that's kind of how it goes here. Nothing's ever the same, and rarely does it ever go as planned, but still got some stuff accomplished. I didn't get that fence fixed over where the bull still is. The horses obviously are gone, but the bull's still over there. But he ain't going anywhere. The fence that's down is just over to the railroad tracks, which it's all weeds and brush. He can't. It'd be hard for him to get through there. He could, but he's way too lazy to do that, and he's got plenty of green grass out here, so he's not going anywhere. I'll fix that in the morning when I get done with chores. But anyway, it's I think it's 8:45, 9 o'clock, something like that, and I've still got just a couple chores to do with the chickens just to get them locked up. And I think Lakota got the eggs, but I got to go make sure. So and then I got a couple milk cans I got to wash too. So anyway, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe share it with somebody that you think might enjoy our channel as well. And we always appreciate it if you're still watching. We really appreciate the support, the comments, and the likes and everything. So don't forget to hit the notification button also, and you don't want to miss anything. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.